Hi, it's Susie Cortright with Remax Properties of the Summit in Breckenridge. Wanted to give you a quick market update for May of 2018. So it's a pretty interesting market right now. We've got tight inventory and quick sales in many segments of the market. And we're also seeing increases in average sold prices for condos, especially in particular towns and areas, and a decrease in average sold price in single-family homes. And as we've been seeing in the past, a red hot new construction segment. So we'll talk a little bit about all of those items. Overall, the number of residential sales are down compared to last year. They're down about 7%, while the average sold price is up just slightly. It's up about 1%. So our inventory levels continue to be very low. Buyer interest is high. So we're really looking forward to additional listings as we head further into spring and on into summer. We're starting to see those trickle on the market as predicted. So it'll be interesting to see how that affects the numbers that we've seen so far in 2018. Now, as is typical in our market, each market segment really does tell a bit of a different story. So knowing about the real estate statistics overall in Summit County is quite important, but it's also really important that you and I get together and we discuss the statistics for your individual price point and for your individual area of interest, because it's really that granular data that's really going to be of the most use to you in buying and selling Summit County real estate. But generally speaking, in our market, of the sold properties from January 1st to May 4th of this year in Summit County, we are looking at increases in average sold prices in Keystone, in Frisco, in Dillon, and in Silverthorne. The average sold price is actually down somewhat in Breckenridge and Copper Mountain. You can get the details on my website. I'll kind of break it all down for you. The average list price to sold price ratio for a residential property is still right around 98%. So there's not a lot of negotiation room on most of the properties sold today in our residential market. The average sold price on single family homes, interestingly, is down 9%, while the average sold price for condos, Summit County-wide, is up 16%. Again, new construction continues to bolster sales with a number of new projects throughout Summit County. And there are a few that really represent a particularly good value. The Alders in Keystone, for example. It's a beautiful set of duplexes, townhomes within walking distance to River Run Village, as well as Summit Sky Ranch, which is north of Silverthorne just a bit. They have some really unique lifestyle aspects to that community, and they also have quite an innovative approach to short-term rental management in that area. So that's something that you and I can discuss. If you want to give me a call, I'll share the details of that area with you and any other new construction areas you might be interested in. There are numerous new homes in the Breckenridge area, especially around the golf course in the Highlands. Some really breathtaking properties, and a few that I really feel represent a good value. So again, I'm happy to talk with you individually about those properties. Hottest price segment for resales as well as for new construction really continues to be those sales between $500,000 and $1 million. As predicted, inventory is still low in our market, but again, buyer interest remains high, and we are seeing more properties coming along with the close of that ski season, especially those properties with strong rental histories. So as we head further into spring and into the summer months, again, we'll be seeing more and more of those kind of properties coming on the market. So if we haven't, recently, let's make sure that you and I have spoken, and I'm sending you properties as they come along. And also make sure, that you check out my property picks for those active listings with strong short-term rental income. I go through and pick those that have good either histories or projections in proportion to list price. Now, another thing to keep in mind, there are still some really good deals on land out there. Our land prices in many market areas have been relatively flat, so it can be a really good time right now to snag a good buildable lot. Construction prices are high. Both the labor and materials are pretty high right now. So, you may not want to build on that land right away, but it's something, again, that we can discuss on a case-by-case basis. There really are a number of nice lot listings, nice sunny lots, especially in the Breckenridge area, and some that represent a really solid value in today's market. So again, as always, I write a ton on the Summit County real estate market, so you can get much more detail on my site. And again, I invite you to reach out so that we can have a one-on-one discussion about the market as it pertains to you personally. And I do really look forward to it. In the meantime, enjoy the more detailed stats on my website.